Welcome everyone to another time at the Get Fired Up show. This is your girl Lola Wealth. I'm super excited for another day. God has spared our lives, and here we are today. We are, you know, we witnessed another day. Today is a day that uh, Thursday, every Thursday in the week we come here during our lunch break, during our, depending on where you are. For some people it's evening because we truly have a global audience. So this time we come together, we look at everything our personal finances. So today we are wrapping up of course, next week we are wrapping up the progressive prosperity, but we're really going deeper into the conversation today. So we started last week about designing our life. So today we'll be talking about stop managing your money. You stop managing, and right now you start designing. So we continue and we layer on the conversation we had last week. So um, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I wanted to put in the chat where you are joining us from. I know we truly have a global audience, just like I said, but I want you to put where you are joining us from in the chat. Where are you joining us from? From where? From what state? From what country? And then we'll get started. So I want everyone uh, to to engage in today's conversation. It's going to be more. I'm going to be answering some questions. I had some people reach out to me, Lola, I have this. How can you tailor this to my own specific situation? Guess what? This is where we have those conversations. And some of you might have received our newsletter, right? So it's, of course, you went even deep dive into the newsletter, but right here on the call, on this session, you come with your question. I get to answer your question. I get to, respond to any question you have. We walk through even clarity together. For some of us that are joining us newly, this is your girl Lola Wealth. You are welcome to Fired Up Show. For our returning community member, I want to say thank you for joining us again. This is where we do live every Thursday. So we get started. We are starting. So I just want to put some things together. And then today we'll, of course, we'll, just like every other day, share my slide, we'll talk through it, but it's going to be more engaging, just like I said. So I have not seen, let me put up the chat here before I dive in. I want you to put in the chat for me, where are you joining us from? Where are you joining us from? Put in the chat. I want to read from you. Where are you joining us from? Okay, yes. And I want to give a shout out to my team member, Toby. He's always behind the scene, making sure that this live show, comes to life. So making sure that we are well situated. So thank you so much, Toby, for your support all the time. Okay, I think we will get started. And of course, I'll share some of my story. I started telling some of my some people around, my story, sharing my story even more around some professionals. They are actually really navigating some of the things that I navigated. And now I am still on that journey, right? But I've been able to test some things. I've been able to try some things. You don't necessarily have to go through that route. Do you see? And that is why I am here as the wealth system architect, helping you architect and helping you designing, your financial future. So I'm super excited. Just like I said, I'm sharing my story. So I want to tell you about a Thursday morning where, not unlike this one, but I just, while preparing for this conversation, I thought about what happened that time when, a particular time during my corporate career, when I had a notification on my phone, and lo and behold, I saw this very like a large notification, which already set up an automatic payment, that I just left my account and went into this thing that I put to that I already set as payment. And it's not even the payment that actually shook me. It was me forgetting that I actually made an automation for a large amount of money to be going out of my account. I had no idea where my money was going. I get the money, but guess what? It all leave my account. I have no idea. So, and some of us, that is our story. Just like I was sharing my story as well, the pay was good. I was the product manager. I had the title, and I was working in one of the largest company in the industry at that time. One of the largest industry in the world. Let me put it that way. So I realized that income wasn't a problem for me. I was earning well, right? I was smart, and I'm still smart, but I built my career on I built my financial future on guessing. Every month, money comes in, money goes out, and I'm just reacting, just reacting. If any emergency happens, guess what? I'm always behind because I was living paycheck to paycheck. And that moment, that day, that was when I realized that I was actually managing money, because by the time money comes in, I manage it. I was reacting to it. I wasn't designing wealth. So our conversation today is going to be around, we are going to stop managing money because we know how to manage money. Most of us, we are smart. Career professionals, you are earning well. 6 figures earners, you are smart. And if it is for you to get new certification, which exam to do, what else to put to badge again to your career, guess what? You know how to do all of that. And I'm going to be sharing with some statistics that are very shocking. Some of them I've shared before, but you will see that income is not the problem. Every one of us, we know how to make money. But managing money is something that we have to now move out of and now design the life that we want. In the next 30 minutes, I will say, I'm going to show you the difference between a person that manages money and the person that is designing wealth. We're going to go down into it because they are two completely different people. Two completely different people. Before I show you, let me put up my slide and then get into the numbers. Do you say numbers don't lie? People lie. Numbers don't lie. This is one of as I said, it is not an income problem. As you see here, you see 21%, you see 2%, and I've shared, some of this for some people that I'll join, and I'm going to share it again. I'm going to share it again because this number is concerning. 51% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. And as I shared, I think 2 weeks ago, wherever you are right now, wherever you are living, the statistics, you should be able to see it, where you're living in Australia and Canada. How many percentage of career professionals are living paycheck to paycheck? You will see, it's going to be shocking. 51% of people not struggling These are people that are actually earning well, and they are living paycheck to paycheck. They are successful outside, just like I was successful outside. But inside, oh my goodness, there are so many questions, crises. I'm always behind, one step, two steps behind, because I don't have a system. And if you look at the second one, 2.5 million gap. And I think I shared this one too, right? The gap between people that are retiring and when they look at how much they put aside and how much is this. Okay, I just want to confirm this is for today. Yeah, this is for today. Right. So do you see 4.1 million is needed for you to retire for average person that has worked 35 years, 30 years in corporate America, for them to comfortably retire at 65. But we see that only 1.6 million of were they able, were people able, people that are retiring, were they able to put aside. So there is a gap. There is a gap. And this is the plan, that we want to fill that gap. We don't want to retire and still be like, even at 70, going back to work. And of course, I shared this one last week, the 18 hours. We see a lot of people binging on Netflix, even time for travel and all of that. You put so much hours, but in fact, when I did the calculation, it's about maybe 3 minutes every day, that you are putting into your finances. It's not that you should be possessed and be checking your finances now every now and then. But what this statistics is saying, that we are not putting enough time when it comes to our wealth. We are not putting enough time when it comes to our wealth. We have to put more time into our financial planning. All right. So which one of these are you surprised? I wanted to put in the chat. Which one of these surprises you? Which one of these surprises you? Have you seen it before? Are you aware of these statistics? Are you aware of this? I want people to, yes, thank you. Okay, I'm seeing, yes, I'll get a question. Okay, yes, I'll get a question. Thank you. So we just have to begin to think about it when it comes to our finances. We have to be at the front row, because no one is going to help us. No one is going to help us. No one is going to help us. As I said it, the plan that the government has for you, IRS have for you, the plan that your employer has for you, the plan that your nobody, no, all the plans they all have for you, either your company, either the government, either the system, all the plans, they are not a good plan. You have to be the one to design the life that you want. Okay, good. Let's get into it. One of the major things that I'm going to be sharing today is mindset shift, mindset shift, mindset shift, mindset shift. Because let me tell you, there are things that that are deeply rooted as a belief system when it comes to money script and all of that. And of course, some of them, they have now become habit. And then what we are doing here, just like I said, every time we come up here, it's not that, oh, I'm coming here to share principles and, strategies and all of that. We're going to be doing those ones, once in a while. But more importantly, we are checking our habits, because some of this problem, right? Why we are not saving well, why we are not automating, why we are not thinking about retirement, why we are not doing all of those. Some of those reaction that we had is not even, just like I said, it's not because we don't have income. We do have, but because we have built an habit, or we've built habits that is, drawing us away from our goals. And we have to we have to be aware of little expenses. Just like Benjamin Franklin said, a small leak will sink a great ship. That one coffee cup that you buy. Did I buy coffee? Yes. So the goal is not, where's my coffee? So the goal is not even don't buy coffee or don't buy your latte or don't do all of that. But when you have a goal, when you already set up a goal that in the next 6 months, in the next 18 months, this is what I want to do. Guess what? Every dollar counts, every penny counts, because now you have a goal in front of you. You will still live your life, because the real definition of FIRE, the financial independent retire early, is that living a stringent life and not living for the moment. You just saving so that you can strip off yourself right now and then enjoy later. The main goal of Fired Up, and now we are redefining what fire means here in Fired Up community, or here in Fired Up movement. Like, we are going to enjoy our life today and of course tomorrow. So we live our life, our best life right now. We live it on our own terms. We are still going to live it at best even in the future. So how do we do that? And we've talked over and over, and my book talked about it. We keep talking about it because you can live your best life right now. You can. And that is why we set goals. So we have to be aware of little things that is distracting us from our goals. We have to be aware of those little things that is distracting us from our goals. Most of the professionals that I serve, let me remove this. Most of the professionals that I serve, I'm telling you, they are just, they are very smart, and they keep telling me, they share with me about slowly, quietly, invisibly having this small reaction that they are not tracking, because there are so many little, you buy this, you buy that. And sometimes it's overwhelming for you to be tracking all of those details. But it is your responsibility, if you are building something great, for you to be, oversee it, be aware. And one of the hacks that I shared at a point too, and I'm sharing it here again, is for you to have a particular card for your expenses. What I did when it was overwhelming for me was this. I dedicated one credit card, right, for all my expenses that I know that, within in a month, I shouldn't spend more than, because I have a budget, right? So in a month, this is the amount, I think maybe $300 or so. And once that amount reaches, guess what? Everything cut off until next month. So that even while I am now looking at it, I'm doing my money date or wellness check in the week, and I'm looking at it. Where is my money? What did I use my money for? Guess what? I was able to say, oh, this one is not a good one. Oh, this one is good. Okay. Because it's going to help you. You can have like 20 or 30 transactions in a week. But if you use different cards, it's hard or harder for you to track. So let me not let's go straight into it. Some of the habits, and if you recognize this, I want you to put it in the chat as well, for us to stop managing money. These are the features. These are the things. These are the questions that you will ask yourself, or you will look at it and answer yourself, right? Or this statement that you will look, the financial behavior. And I want you to be honest with yourself. If you make financial decision based on how you feel, not where you are going, that means you are managing money. You are managing money. Because now we want to talk about the real problem. Why do we constantly go into it? Why do we constantly get into this not hitting or stop managing money, or not hitting our goals, right? Why do we stop? Why do we stop? Every month is a good month. The month that is not good, the month that you spend with emotions, you spend more. and a stressful week, guess what? You treat yourself. When tax refund comes, guess what? It disappears before you plan anything. And I think I shared this, when during the tax planning season, because a lot of us, immediately you get that tax refund, guess what? We are going to buy another car. We are going to do this. That money just come and goes. We don't tie it to something. Money is emotional, and emotion is reactive. So you want to stop reacting. You want to stop reacting. Money is emotional. The second behavior is your savings happens with whatever is left at the end of the month. You have to reverse this. You have to flip the script, right? You have to flip it. It has to be automatic. You have to be able to say first, this is what I'm saving, just like we are doing for our tithe. For people who tithe, first thing you do first is tithing before anything, because even before that money comes, guess what? IRS already getting theirs. So by the time it comes, guess what? You want to do your tithe first, and then the second thing is savings. Before okay, what is left, you spend it. So you want to make sure that you stop that behavior. And then the third reaction, as you can see it on the screen here, is you respond to financial emergencies instead of preventing them. So we have to be good at preventing emergencies. The car that breaks, you figuring it out, the bills, medical bills, right? Opportunity that comes that pains us because we don't have money. We are always, that is not going to be us, because guess what? You are on this call and you're doing a great job coming here every week, or you are listening to the replay because you want to get better at your finances. These are behaviors that will make you to say that, I'm still a money manager. What we are telling ourselves today on this call is we want to stop being a money manager, but being a wealth designer. All right. Behavior number 4 is that your money conversation happen in crisis. This one, I was mastering this one. I will tell you that every time we talk about money is because there is one fight or the other with my husband and all of that. But that shouldn't be. It shouldn't be that when you only talk seriously about money when something goes wrong, never in a quiet moment of design, like, oh, what should we do with our money? Never from a place of intention and clarity. No, now that should be the position that we'll be taking right now going forward, because you now know better. You don't wait until things get worse or there is crisis. Let's begin to have that conversation forefront. Oh, I'm anticipating that, okay, this one, by the time I get this one, or by the time this money comes in, this is what we're going to do. 10% goes here, 2% goes here, 30% goes here. We design it from a place of clarity, from a place of rest and joy, because we are thankful that we have it. And of course, the 5th one is you are working harder every year, taking that second job, that third job, overtime. You are getting that side gig. You are working year in, year out, but your wealth is not growing proportionally. More income, more expenses, more hustle, same anxiety. Just like the hamster wheel, it is faster, but it is still a wheel. So our goal is we want to stop this as much as possible. Here's the question I want you to sit with for the rest of this time we are on this session. And, just like I said, we'll be rounding it up shortly. But if your paycheck stopped tomorrow, how many days could your current financial life sustain you? And I'm going to ask this question again by the time we get towards the end, but I'm going to ask it in a different way because I thought about it. And this is one of the questions that we ask here on this call. Like, just think about it. And we will not stop asking that question because it changes. How many days could your current financial life sustain you? Is it weeks? Is it months or days? Because that answer tells you exactly how reactive your financial life currently is. That is how we are reacting. That is how we are managing money. Do you see? So let's flip it, because we are stopping managing, or we stop managing. Now let's flip the script to what do we need to do instead? What is the intentionality we'll put into it in designing our wealth? 5 reactions, just like I shared that 5 what is it called, 5 reactions. Then I'm going to share the 5 intention. And I hope you see this. It's kind of tiny. I hope you see it. Intention number 1 is audit before you add. Audit before you add. Audit before you add. Did you get that? A lot of professionals do, they try to improve their finances. They try to earn more. And just like we share here as well, create another stream of income, your second stream of income, your third stream of income, so that you can achieve your financial independence faster, right? That we talk about it, more income, more revenue, some people more hustle. More income is wonderful. But more income flowing into a broken system means that your money is leaving faster, is going through basket. What we need to do now, and how we can flip that script, is intentional wealth designing. We have to be intentional about the wealth we are designing by auditing first. Look at it. And there is an assessment that I always share here, and I will share it again. Toby, if you can help me put in the chat. If you can help me put in the chat, because guess what? You want to know where you are. You want to know where you are. Audit first. How much are you spending monthly? Actual monthly spend to the dollar, to the pounds, to the naira, depending on your currency. How much exactly? Do you know your real net worth right now? Like today, do you know what your real net worth is? How many percentage of your income is building asset versus funding your lifestyle? How many percentage? How many percentage? That is the intentionality we are talking about here. You have to see your financial reality clearly. That one, for a lot of people that that has so many expenses, and you are catering for your siblings, for aged parents, for you are in school or you are in a program, and you have your family, and there are so many moving parts because our expenses is increasing. But you have to have clarity around where your money is going. You cannot design a future you have not honestly and clearly seen and mapped. You cannot. If you are managing money, you are adding, you are earning more money. But if you are designing it, guess what? You are having clarity, you are auditing first. One thing I want you to do this week, if you can do it this weekend, that would be great, is for you to pull up your last 3 months bank statement or credit card statement, and there is this bank, because Bank of America does it. If you download your statement, it will help you categorize all of your, if there is a particular expenses, like you make it every month for a whole year, you will see it. It will put everything in sections. So I don't know if, depending on the bank that you're using, when you have that statement, at least I was able to do it, download this CSV file, and it helped me bulk all of these expenses. So in one glance, I can see how much I I use for, if it is mortgage, if it is energy, if it is power, if it is, gas, all of those, I was able to see them in one full glance, like this, like a dashboard. So you can do the same thing as well, or you can just put it in on Excel, and it's going to help you, rearrange and put all of those expenses together. Categorize everything that is the same and look at it. Not from a place of shame or anything, but you want to clearly see where your money is going. You want to clearly see where are you putting effort, where are you putting most of your money, where is it going? Clarity is the beginning of everything we are building, because you cannot build a high rise on a sound foundation. High rise building on a sound foundation, you cannot. So it's very important that you audit first, get that clarity, measure before you redirect, see your financial reality clearly before you move. Thank you, Mr. Toby. That is the assessment. It will show you where you are on the journey to your financial independence. It will show you. If you're a builder, if you're a starter, if you're an accelerator, if you're a trailblazer, you will see there are questions that we ask you like, I need to do something about my finances. This is the second intention that you must do. You want to direct your income before life intercepts it. You want to direct it. Money moves automatically before you see it. So first thing is, direct it. Give it a direction. Give it a track to run on. Don't save what is left at the end. That is being reactive. But you want to direct it as you are getting it. You want to make sure that this is where it is going. Go and look at the subscription you're making, the habits, right? The lifestyle you are spending on, the things that feel necessary, and you just spend like water. So you want to make sure that you are coming out of being reactive, which is managing money, and then you are actually designing it. What do reactive people do? People that manage money, they save what is left. What does wealth designer do? What do? They design it, they channel it to where they want it to be. Before a single bill is paid, before lifestyle intercepts a single dollar, a percentage of every paycheck moves to wealth building account. That is wealth building. And it's not savings. It's not that you are saving that money and then a few days after or a few weeks after you go back there and go and spend it. No. Not what is left. But first, you will automatically determine a percentage and move it to that wealth building account. That is how we do it. All right. I think as simple as it is, you have to be intentional. You have to be intentional about it. So let's move quickly. This is intention number 3, spend with evidence, not with emotions. And I think I shared this one too. You want to make sure that, I said money is emotions, right? Money is emotion. And this one is even more uncomfortable. But if you can hack it, if you can live past your emotion and feeling, guess what? You are going to be reaching your financial independence quicker than you think. There's nothing wrong with enjoying your life. We all want to enjoy our life. There's nothing wrong with treating yourself. But when spending is consistently driven by feeling rather than intention, and that is when you see those leaks, in your pocket or in what you are building every single month. You have to be intentional. Have one filter. Have one filter. Have one filter. All right? So one question that I will ask here is this. before the next significant purchase this week, pause and ask, does this serve my design or does it serve this moment? You don't want to live in the moment in terms of spending. Guess what? You want to have delayed gratification. But sometimes we want to justify what we are buying, what we are purchasing. So ask that question honestly. Does this purchase that I'm about to make, does it serve my design? Is it the kind of life that I want? Is it serving it? Or does it just serve the moment because I want to get it now, because I'm in control of my finances? I can do anything that I want with it. No. One question, always ask that question. And at least know your next purchase or maybe few next purchases. It doesn't mean that, okay, you're cheap or you are eliminating enjoyment. It makes you just conscious. And that I started doing as well for myself, to be more conscious. Conscious spending compounds, just like I share with you with Benjamin Franklin. Those tiny leaks, tiny spending compounds. But with the conscious spending compounds into wealth, the same way unconscious spending compounds into regret and debt. Debt. So ask this question this week. Pause and ask, or even write it down and be honest. Ask yourself that question. Does this serve me? Does it serve my design? Or is it just in the moment? All right, this is the fourth intention. Make your money move while you rest. And we'll talk about this one. Anytime we're talking about a multiple stream of income and all of that, this is the one a lot of people quickly, yes, I want to be able to make money while I sleep. Make your money move while you rest. I know there's so many buzz around it. The first three intentions that we had, earlier, they are about managing what you have better. But this one is about building something that generates value independent of your time. So you want to set it up. If it is being reactive, it's entirely dependent on the person's output, that you have to be there. Be there, one job, one income, and that is all. Having that financial fragility. But if anything happens, life interrupts, health changes, company restructure, everything crumbles, slows down, because you have to be there in person. But because remember what we are talking about this month is progressive prosperity. And if you're talking about progressive prosperity, it has completely different question. What am I building that ends while I rest? While I travel? While I am raising my children? I want you to put in the chat. The chat is just quiet. Put in the chat. Which one of this, the first intention, second, third, or fourth one? Which one is it that you were doing, or which one will you be doing? I think I like this number 4 very well, because I want to be able to make money while I travel, while I'm doing my parenting, right? While I'm sleeping, while I am doing the things that matter most to me. And sometimes it's not traditionally the passive income, but diversified income, little here, little there, right? Ownership income. We talk about ownership income that is not entirely dependent on your presence every single day. That is when your intellectual property comes into play, your courses, your books, your digital products. What is it that, you bring out your brilliance to the world, and the world pays for it? That is it. Not necessarily the passive income. The rental income is part of it. ETFs, your REITs, real estate investment trust. We talk about it for people that want to go into stocks and bonds and ETFs and all of that. These are the things we're talking about, even though that one still goes up and down like EKG. But guess what? It's still performing. If that is how you want to start, You might not buy 20 units, 50 units, but you can start from their stocks of these real estate companies. Okay, so passive, not necessarily traditionally passive, but diversify your income so that while you sleep, while you travel, while you do all of the things that matters to you, guess what? You are earning. So let's quickly get to the last. Okay. Protect the floor before you build the ceiling. Protect the floor before you build the ceiling. This is the last intention that we want to talk about today, right? And this one will really even segue into what we'll be talking next year. That's next year, next week, right? A lot of people just focus on, a lot of professionals just focus on building the ceiling, just like I said, more income, more investment, more asset, more growth, diversifying. That is the ceiling. They never stop to protect the floor beneath it. What you already have, how are you protecting it? Because this is the foundation. This is key. And just like I said the other time, you cannot build a skyscraper on a sandy foundation. No income protection if you cannot work tomorrow. I'm not talking about disability benefit, though. Like when you cannot go to work again because of injury, accident, maybe you did surgery and you couldn't recover quickly and it's taking months. Do you have something? Even some people, it's even legal issues. And you have to have that legal protection and what you are building as well. You have to have estate plan. There has to be a document that says that what happened to everything that you have. If anything happens to you, do you have a power of attorney when it comes to health, when it comes to your finances? You have to put all of these things together. Let me remove this. Stop building a skyscraper on the sand. Stop it. Because an unexpected life is life is going to life. Right? So many things are going to come in the way. An unexpected crisis, unexpected event happen. Lawsuit happens. Job loss happen. Family emergencies happen. Death happen. Health crisis happen. And if you are not protecting this, it can erase years of intentional building in a single moment. I've seen it. One cancer just come like this, 6 months, all the things, 401k, everything that the person built went off, went out, blow out because of one cancer. And I've watched it as well. Smart people, hardworking people who are doing everything right, except for one thing. And that is why we are talking about the progressive prosperity. When it comes to progressive prosperity, we are not just building. We are building something that is going to last. We are building legacy, impact, something that survives the unexpected, something your family will inherit, not just money, but they are protected. The structure you are protecting, the system you are building. So your action this week, I want you to sit with these questions all week long, this weekend. And the question that I said that I'm going to ask you again, I'm going to ask you here. If your income stop for 90 days starting tomorrow, what would break first? What will break first? We are talking about protection right now. Whatsoever that answer is, guess what? That is the protection gap. We talk about financial gap. We talk about this gap. We talk now. If you ask the question for the next 90 days, if my work stop tomorrow, and for the next 90 days, what are the first things that are going to break? What will break first? What is that first thing that will break? And that is the gap that we are going to speak on next week. That we are rounding off the progressive prosperity. We are talking about how to protect the bag, how to protect the legacy, how to make sure that everything you are intentionally building right now is structured, is protected, and built to last beyond you. It's built to last beyond you. Before we go, intention without a system is just motivation, and motivation runs out. Let me say that again. Intention without a system is just motivation, and motivation runs out. But a system works on the day you feel unstoppable, the day you don't feel like it. The system runs. It works on the days you feel like giving up, the days where there is no much motivation, no energy. A system works whether you feel it or not. So in our community, in FireDog Collective, in FireDog Movement, remember that you have to build a system. You have to build a system. All right. Intentionality, we talked about reaction, we talked about intentions, and we talked about, paying attention to those small things, small habit, small purchases that drains because it does not compound. Conscious purchases, conscious intentions do what? Compound into wealth. So we've come to the end of our presentation today. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Oh, Mr. Tolu, thank you. I can see Mr. Tolu Bright. Bright Six Future, thank you. I can see who here. I know some people are joining us on LinkedIn and some are joining us on YouTube. Thank you. Shout out to all of you. I want to say thank you. If you have not taken the fire readiness assessment, this is going to really help you. I'm telling you, it's going to open your eyes. If you have any question, this is the time to put it in the chat. I can answer your questions. And of course, some of the things that I want to start to do from May is to, come into, let me remove this one, is to come into these sessions, the session like this, and answer your questions, get clarity, together as we are asking those questions that is tailored to your own situation. How can you navigate this career change? How can you, what kind of investment you can do, as much as this is for educational purposes, because you still have to do your due diligence, you still have to research. But of course, we'll be talking about how the economy is going, what are the trends, what is, exploring in terms of investment, in terms of which move. So I think we'll do more of that, having like Q&A, where we bring also industry experts as well on this call, and they answer your question. We'll bring in tax attorney here as well. We'll bring in estate lawyer as well. We'll be bringing all of these subject matter experts to even answer your questions. So I'm really looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I want to say thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I can't see any question, and you can still put your question in the chat, in the comment, for people that will be watching this even afterwards, watching the replay. Put your questions in the comments. I'm going to be answering every one of them, and you can also DM me, for your questions to be answered. All right, declaration, I want you to keep declaring just like what all the things you've heard today. Speak things that be not as though they are. I'm not just learning. I'm not just earning money. I am building. I'm a wealth builder. Keep calling those things that be not as though they are. You see, I direct my money. My money does not direct me. I know where every of my dollar, every of my money is going before the month begins. I am not saving what is left, but I am intentional about directing my money to where I want it to go. I save first. I invest first. Of course, I fight first. I give God what is, right? I build first. Then I live on the rest, and the rest is enough. If it is not enough, God will provide. Open my eyes, I see, and I establish, second stream of income, third stream of income, so that I can live my life on my own terms. I know my numbers. I know the gap, the protection gap, the fire gap, right? I am closing the gap every single day with my intention, with my, not just intention, with my actions, with my habits. I am closing the gap every single day. I do not react to money. I design my wealth intentionally. I design with intention. I am building something that outlasts me and that outlive me longer before I even, thought about it. Okay, the last one which I want you to say is I am done managing. I am now designing. I'm a designer. I'm an architect, and I am never going back. I am never going back. That is who I am now. So you have to know, I have continued to speak this with confidence as well. All right. Remember all the things that you need to do, your action plans, right? Pull your 3 months of 3 months of statements, categorize them, audit them before you add any other single purchase. The second one is to set one auto set like if you decide on what percentage do you want to be going into your savings or investment or wealth building account first. Do you see? Do that. Even if it is $50, even if it's $100, whatsoever amount that you want to start to automate the transfer rather than spending what is left. Save first. Give God his own, right? It deserves our it deserves our the tenth I can't remember the tithe, yeah. Of everything that we have. That is my own faith. That is what I believe, and that is what I'm sharing here. You don't have to believe it, but that is the commandment to bring the tithe. And I know that there are so many topics about that, but it is what it is. So after you do that, you do your taxes and all of you add it as a taxes, your tithing, automate your savings next. And of course, the last one is to take the fire readiness assessment. You cannot design from a place you haven't mapped, you haven't seen clearly. You cannot design from a place of chaos. So you have to, take the assessment, all right? Thank you so much, everyone. I'm your girl, Lola Wealth, and this is Fire Dog Show. Every Thursday, we light the fire under your financial future. Until next week, stop managing money and start designing your wealth. I wanted to stay fired up. God bless you, and bye for now.